As we officially begin this evening's proceedings, we want to invite the presence and blessings of God over the closing ceremony of Special Constable Course number 29 and all those gathered here. At this time, I'll invite you to stand. I'll also invite Special Constable 539 Cleon Culley to lead us in a word of prayer.
Good evening, everyone. Let's bow our heads and close our eyes, please. Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. For each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room, we thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. Guide our ideas, our vision, so they may align your vision in our purpose to serve our community and our veterans. Bless this ceremony. Today, all those who are present, as well as the life of those who we will encounter afterwards, ready us to make every moment count. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Please be seated. Ms. Sonia Boyce, Deputy Commissioner of Police Acting, in charge of the Administration and Human Resources, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Adrian Brooms, Assistant Commissioner of Police Acting, in charge of the Territorial Division, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Rodney Archer, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. Mr. Lawrence Collymore, Deputy Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. Other instructors and facilitators, specially invited guests, course participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Anjela Holloway, Sergeant of Police number 1793. On behalf of the Director of Training, the Commissioner of Police, the Honorable Mr. Richard Boyce, OR, the Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center, Mr. Rodney Archer, and Deputy Commandant Mr. Lawrence Collymore, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the closing ceremony of Special Constable Training Course number 29. Today marks more than the closing of a training course, but the start of a new and rewarding career. Your choice to join the ranks of this distinguished organization is not only a bold step, but one of courage, as it takes a special individual to do this job of policing daily. Not everyone is cut out to be a police officer. It takes a unique blend: integrity, courage, patience, communication skills, and most importantly, teamwork. As we start this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I will now invite Ms. Shakera Howard, Special Constable number 546, to present the students' report.
Good evening, everyone. Ms. Sonia Boyce, Deputy Commissioner of Police Acting. Mr. Adrian Brooms, Assistant Commissioner of Police Acting. Mr. Rodney Archer, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. Mr. Lawrence Collymore, Deputy Commandant, Regional Police Training Center. Lieutenant Shakera Howard, Standardized Vetting Unit, the Barbados Defense Force. Other instructors and facilitators, specially invited guests, course participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the closing ceremony of Special Constable Course number 29. I am Shakera Howard, Special Constable 546, a recruit of this course at the Regional Police Training Center. It is both a pleasure and an honor to present this student report on behalf of the recruits of Special Constable Course number 29. Firstly, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guests of honor and featured speakers. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to attend our closing ceremony and celebrate the successful completion of our training. On behalf of course number 29, I would also like to express our sincere gratitude to every instructor who guided us throughout these past 8 weeks. Your dedication, discipline, and commitment has helped us develop into better individuals and prepared us for the responsibilities of being a police officer. We are also grateful to the lecturers who shared their knowledge of policing and emphasized the importance of integrity, professionalism, and the responsible use of authority. Special thanks are also extended to Station Sergeant Allenby, Sergeant Murray, and Constable Carrington for guiding us through the vetting process. Without your assistance, some of us would not be standing here today. On April 8th, 2026, the day of our swearing ceremony, many of us found ourselves wondering whether we were truly ready for this next step in our lives. We had chosen a path that would challenge us, develop us, and provide us with a meaningful career in service to our country. Upon arriving at the Regional Police Training Center and stepping off the bus, the first voice many of us heard was Sergeant Holloway, shouted with such authority, "When it's taking too long to get off this bus. If you know Sergeant Holloway, you know she make business." At that moment, some of us questioned our decision. Some wondered if we had really left our children and families to come here. For many, it was our first experience in a military or paramilitary environment. The journey tested us physically, mentally, and emotionally, but also strengthened us in ways we never imagined. Personally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Assistant Commissioner of Police, Adrian Brooms, for believing in me from day one. His encouragement, guidance, and the many conversations we had over the years inspired me to remain focused and pursue my goals with determination. His unwavering support and confidence in my potential have played a significant role in shaping the person I am today. And for that, I am truly grateful. During my time at the Regional Police Training Center, I experienced one of the most difficult times of my life: the loss of my grandfather, someone who was very dear to me. Being away from my family during that time made the experience even more challenging. I would like to sincerely thank Chief Instructor Griffith, Instructor Harvey, Instructor Whitehall, Instructor Cadogan, and Sergeant Holloway for their understanding, encouragement, and support. And I am equally grateful to my fellow course mates for their friendship and unwavering moral support during that difficult period. I would like to thank Instructor Farley and Sergeant Holloway for always being there for us and sharing their experiences and wisdom, and also being mother figures to us. Your kindness, compassion, and encouragement helped me remain focused and preserve through one of the most challenging times of my life. For that, I will always be thankful. Throughout these 8 weeks, each recruit experienced challenges, lessons, and memorable moments that contributed to our growth and development. The journey of transformation. As recruits, our day started when most of the world was still asleep. At 4:30 hours sharp, we did fatigues with Station Sergeant Sobers, Cadogan, Whitehall, and Harvey on a daily basis. We were pushed to our physical limits at 5:30 hours under the demanding guidance of Mr. King and Mr. Masco. We learned how to make our beds and clean our kit to establish the discipline required for a police officer. We broke a sweat during the rigorous basic fitness test, BFT, and conquered the grueling long run from Bathsheba to District F Police Station, all uphill, of course. Most of all, if not all, have proven that we possess the physical stamina necessary for this noble service. Some of us have some work to do, and I'm sure those persons will get there. Academic and professional foundations, but policing is as much about intellectual rigor as it is about physical capability. In the classroom, we observed the very bedrock of our institution from Superintendent Mark White, who taught us about the history, mission, vision, and core values of the Barbados Police Service. We were introduced to the standing orders and disciplinary regulations by Inspector Roger Craig and explored crime prevention strategies with Inspector Roger Babb. The curriculum was vast and demanding. relearned operational skills, daily diary entry with Station Sergeant Harvey, portable set training, and telecommunication protocols. Legal foundations, traffic offenses investigations, the powers of arrest, and the Minor Offences Act under Commandant Archer, and the critical parameters of the judge's rules. Core policing duties. We were exposed to the rudiments of statement taking and report writing by Mr. Ronald Stanford, retired Assistant Superintendent of Police, and how to treat basic offenses ranging from simple theft to burglary. Tactical proficiency. We spent long, hot, and enjoying hours on the range under Station Sergeant Cadogan, mastering firearms, proficiency, and trained extensively in handcuff and baton techniques with Senior Superintendent Lynch. Acknowledgements. This comprehensive preparation would not have been possible without our stellar instructional team. To the instructional staff and external lecturers, thank you for your patience, your high standards, and your dedication to shaping the future of the service. Final charge to fellow graduates. Fellow graduates, look at yourselves tomorrow. We entered these gates as individuals, and today we leave as a unified team, ready to support and be part of the wider service. We have survived the examinations, the inspections, the long duty sections, the drill practices, and physical training. As we step out of the Regional Police Training Center, I would like to implore you, fellow comrades, remember that the uniform we wear carries the trust of the public. Let the core values of discipline, integrity, and professional policing guide every decision we all make on the streets. Congratulations to the Special Constable course of 2026, as we look forward to serving with honor, distinction, and courage. SC 537 Stout. Becoming a police officer in the police service has always been a dream of mine. While I did not take the necessary steps years ago to make that dream a reality, I am thankful that I never gave up on it. Standing here today is a reminder that it is never too late to pursue your goals, and that every experience along the way helps shape the person you are meant to become. When I first arrived here, I felt as though I had achieved one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. However, it did not take long for me to realize that the journey ahead would not be an easy one. While we were under the admin block on the first night we arrived, I was leaning against a wall when Instructor Farley walked by and said, "Pull up off the wall, it got enough steel in it already." For some reason, without thinking, I replied, "It want more steel." To this day, I still don't know what possessed me to say that. She asked me to repeat it, and I did. The next thing I knew, I was being escorted to the office where several instructors were gathered. Once again, I was asked to repeat what I said, and once again, I did. Instructor Farley then pointed to the square outside and told me to run around it until she said otherwise. After a short while, I felt like I was not going to make it. It was only after I had vomited a few times that she finally called me back and said, "That should teach you a lesson." Trust me, it certainly did. All jokes aside, moments like those became part of the experience that helped shape me throughout this training. Looking back now, I can laugh about it, and I am grateful for the lessons, discipline, and memories that I will carry with me long after leaving this institution. More importantly, I am grateful for the opportunity to have met and learned some truly remarkable instructors and course mates who have all contributed to this unforgettable journey. SC 550 Gittins. My time at RPTC has taught me valuable lessons and pushed me beyond my comfort zone. It helped me grow socially, develop my people skills, and build confidence in myself. I am grateful to the instructors who guided us through this journey, especially Station Sergeant Farley, Station Sergeant Cadogan, and Sergeant Holloway. Thank you for your patience, support, and advice. It will never be forgotten. As we begin this new chapter, let us move forward together with pride, purpose, and confidence, and continue building a future we can all be proud of. To my fellow course mates, always bear in mind the final objective. Learn to bear discomfort and fatigue without complaining. And be moderate in your necessities. And lastly, think and act like the hunter and not the hunted. I wish the best to everyone and their endeavors. To my fellow Course 29 recruits, I am proud of everything we achieved together. Despite our differences, we became a team and supported one another every step of the way. The memories, laughter, and friendship we created will stay with me forever. SC 555 Walker. On April 8th, I arrived at RPTC compound, where my life was very different from normal civilian life. Throughout this journey, I encountered people from many different cultures and backgrounds, and I learned a great deal from each experience. As one of the loudest individuals in the group, I often found myself reminding my course mates to keep the noise down and maintain discipline. During my time at RPTC, I learned valuable lessons such as not every action needs a reaction, and it takes two to make a noise. I also learned that teamwork is essential. Teamwork truly makes the dream work, and there is no I in team. Special Constable Course 29 will always hold a special place in my heart. I met many new friends and built relationships with people I now consider family. The memories, lessons, and bonds formed during this experience will be unforgettable. SC 560 Myri. As my 8 weeks at RPTC come to an end, I can confidently say that the experience has been both challenging and rewarding. Throughout the course, I learned the importance of discipline, teamwork, professionalism, communication, and perseverance, while developing valuable skills that will assist me throughout my policing career. One memory that will always stay with me was the first time I wore my uniform when Chief Instructor Griffith said, "Myri, you look ridiculous. You look like you got on a paper. We gotta do something with you. You should be in front of the line for breakfast." Looking back, it reminds me of how much I have grown during the training. Although the 29 recruits did not always see eye to eye, and we all had our differences, we worked towards the same goal and learned important lessons about patience, understanding, and working with others. I am grateful for the knowledge gained, the challenges overcome, and the guidance provided by the instructors, all of which have prepared me for the next stage of my career. SC 558 Haynes, better known as Jump Off Man or the Massage Man. My 8 weeks at RPTC was interesting to say the least. I met people I like, had some challenges, and ended up with not only a lot of charges, but someone I know I can trust. Apart from all the hardships I faced, I can definitely say I came out a better individual than I was before, and to me, that's the biggest factor. I hope my fellow colleagues go out and be great officers in the end. Miss Holloway still owes me that $1 though, and I would like it back, with interest added. SC 543 Wilkinson. My 8 weeks here at RPTC was fantastic, I must say. I met 28 wonderful people from the time we were at Central Police Station. I was a little shy at first, but a conversation sparked between SC 544 Cummings and SC 543 Goodingford and I, where I began to step out of the side zone. I must say the instructors here at RPTC are some of the best I ever met. I thank them for helping me to understand everything I must do to understand the work environment I'm entering, and also a big thank you to the Deputy Commandant Collymore for his wise words to me at my interview, which helped a lot through the course. And lastly, I wish all my colleagues the best in everything they achieve in this service. Thank you.
Thank you, Special Constable Howard, for your words on behalf of the course. They were honest, hilarious, and showed that knowledge was imparted and learning took place. Our next presenter is Deputy Commandant Mr. Collymore, who will deliver the course report and share all that has transpired academically.
Miss Sonia Boyce, Deputy Commissioner of Police, acting in charge of Administration and Human Resources, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Adrian Broom, Assistant Commissioner of Police, acting in charge of Territorial Management Services, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Rodney Archer, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. Other instructors and facilitators, specially invited guests, course participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am Lawrence Collymore, Deputy Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. To the graduating class of Special Constable Course number 29, it is a profound honor to stand before you today to mark the conclusion of this part of your journey. Since you first arrived for registration and orientation on the April 8th, 2026, you have undergone a rigorous transformation that has prepared you to serve, protect, and reassure with distinction. Over the past 8 weeks, you have balanced an incredibly demanding schedule. You began your days very early as 0430 hours with fatigues and physical training, demonstrating the discipline required of law enforcement officers. You have been tested physically through the endurance run, the BFT, and that final long run from Bathsheba to District F Police Station. These milestones were not merely exercises, they were the forge in which your resilience was tempered. Academically and professionally, you have delved into the heart of policing with an outlook into the history and function of the service, the core values of the Barbados Police Service, and the specific roles and duties of a special constable. From the complexity of powers, modes of arrest, and general arrest conditions, the Minor Offences Act and the judge's rules, to the practicalities of statement taking and report writing, you are now equipped with the legal knowledge necessary to perform your duties with confidence, integrity, and within the rule of law. Your practical training has been equally exhaustive. You have moved from your first introduction to firearm and self-defense to demonstrating proficiency on the range and in handcuff and baton training. You have also gained vital life skills through extensive first aid sessions. Beyond the tactics and the law, you have learned the importance of community. Your sessions on English proficiency and communication, tourism policing, and community engagement reminds us that our greatest tool is often our ability to connect with those we serve. As you leave RPTC tomorrow, carry the lessons of this course with you. Remember the discipline of the Jill Square and the camaraderie built during the sports and fun days. You are no longer the recruits who arrived in early April. You are trained special constables ready to uphold the mission and the vision of the service. Congratulations to all of you for successfully completing this training course. Give yourselves a round of applause. To our instructors and support staff, I extend sincere gratitude. Your professionalism, patience, and dedication have played a critical role in shaping these graduates. The knowledge, experience, and values that you have shared will continue to influence them long after today. Graduates, as you move forward, I encourage you to remember these 3 important principles. First, maintain your integrity. Your reputation will be one of your greatest assets. Guard it carefully. Second, continue learning. The completion of this course is not the end of your development. It is the beginning of a lifelong commitment to professional growth. Invest in yourself to acquire new skills and greater knowledge. And thirdly, never lose sight of service. Every interaction with a member of the public is an opportunity to build trust and strengthen confidence in policing and the organization you represent. Congratulations to each of you. Go forth and serve with pride, professionalism, and courage. God bless you. I'm obliged.
Thank you, Deputy Commandant, for your insightful and words of wisdom on that overview. Our next address will be given by the Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center, Mr. Rodney Archer.
Pleasant good afternoon. Acting Deputy Commissioner Sonia Boyce, Acting Assistant Commissioner Mr. Adrian Brooms, Deputy Commandant Mr. Lawrence Collymore, instructors of the Regional Police Training Center, members of the Police Communication Unit, graduating students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Like every other speaker before me, it's a pleasure to be here to speak. Unlike the other speakers, I have no notes. I speak usually from my head and my heart. I wish to adopt some of the things that were communicated by your student rep and by the Deputy Commandant. And I may want to start at the end of the Deputy Commandant's delivery, and he spoke about service. So I'll start at the end of my brief remarks, and this is the most important thing. I do not know why you joined the Barbados Police Service. I know why you may have said you joined, and it is usually about to serve your country. And that's usually to secure a job, not to serve your country. Some of you may have been looking for a salary. I would prefer you to see this as a means of developing a career. Joining the police service is not for a salary. It is about a career, and it is service-oriented. If you are a person that is not service-oriented, you are in the wrong organization. Majority of our complaints of unprofessionalism evolves around service. So service must be foremost in your mind. You must never see yourself as a master. You are a servant. So service first and foremost. You joined for your personal reasons, but the Barbados Police Service has invested in you. You see it as an opportunity to develop. The police service has seen it as an opportunity to enhance their professional delivery. So there must be that balance. Your personal development versus the service that the police service is going to deliver to the country. So you must balance it from that regard. And you are an investment. And if you were a business person and you were investing, you would want to see returns on that investment. So the police service is looking forward to a return on investment through your performance. So just do not see this as a salary, an opportunity. That's what you must see your enrollment in the Barbados Police Service as, an opportunity. And you're at the bottom of the ladder. There's every opportunity for you to rise. But your upward mobility will rely a lot on your performance. Majority of you are relatively young. And when we talk about young, we talk about immaturity and inexperience. Therefore, I would want to suggest to you to choose your role models carefully. The Barbados Police Service is a big organization, and everyone in the police service will not be setting a good example for you. I trust that you are wise enough to sift out those bad apples and follow the good examples. You know, irrespective of how glowing the remarks were about the delivery of the course, you know nothing about policing. You have now to start. So I hope that you are good listeners and you are wise followers. Follow those persons that are setting a good example. And at the very beginning of your career, avoid shortcuts. They're going to lead you into problems with the administration of the police service. Avoid shortcuts. So, wise decisions, get involved. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Get involved. It's unfortunate if you're placed on the road and there's so many offenses being committed and you don't see anything, you don't do anything. But if you don't do anything, don't expect to get any rewards in return. You do nothing, you get nothing. So if you want to advance in the police service, get involved. That's as much as I can tell you. Get involved and you'll be recognized. You'll be recognized for your good work and your good behavior. And I trust that the 9 weeks that you've been here, that we have done something to enhance your discipline. Because the police service is a disciplined organization. So I know that persons, they drop their guard, tend to drop their guard when they leave the Regional Police Training Center, but I want to discourage you from that kind of activity. It will get you nowhere. It will get you nowhere. I hope all of you are ambitious and you're looking to go that step further into becoming a police constable. I spoke about service. Irrespective of the fact that you're a special constable, you've been entrusted with all the powers of a police officer. So I encourage you to treat all of those persons to whom you come into contact with in a humane way. Barbados is a small place. We don't know who is related to who, and treat persons as you would want to be treated. And if you can do that, I believe that you have a good career ahead of you. So with those few words, I want to congratulate you for having stood the test of time, and I wish you all success going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Commandant Archer, for your words of wisdom. I implore these young officers to take heed to your words, as you have a wealth of knowledge and experience. Next is our featured address. Mr. Adrian Brooms, Assistant Commissioner of Police with responsibility for Territorial Management Services, has dedicated over 36 years of distinguished service to the Barbados Police Service, having commenced his policing career in 1990. Following his training at the Regional Police Training Center, Assistant Commissioner Brooms served in several key areas of the service, including the Criminal Investigations Department, the Northern Division, and the Bridgetown Division. He's particularly recognized for his significant contribution to the development and strengthening of the Marine Unit, where he steadily progressed through the ranks and attained the rank of Inspector. His career continued to flourish within the Northern Division, where he served as Assistant Superintendent with responsibility for operations, demonstrating strong leadership and operational management capabilities. Subsequently, Assistant Commissioner Brooms was appointed Deputy Commander of the Special Operations and Management Services that we refer to as SOMS Division at the rank of Superintendent, He later went on to command both the Bridgetown Division and the Psalms Division, further broadening his operational and administrative experience. His exemplary service and leadership ultimately led to his promotion to the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police, with responsibility for territorial management services. Assistant Commissioner Brooms brings to his role a wealth of operational expertise, strategic insight, and administrative acumen. At the heart of his leadership philosophy is a genuine passion for policing and a deep commitment to the welfare and professional development of police officers. He's widely respected for his willingness to mentor and guide junior members of the service, consistently emphasizing the importance of self-discipline, professionalism, integrity, and pride in one's work. Throughout his career, Assistant Commissioner Brooms has exemplified the core values of empathy, integrity, teamwork, and accountability, recognizing these qualities as fundamental pillars of effective and community-focused policing. He believes that his leadership experiences within the Marine Unit, Bridgetown Division, and Psalms Division have equipped him with the operational and strategic competencies necessary to positively influence both the organization and the communities it serves. Known for his approachable nature and people-centered leadership skill, Assistant Commissioner Brooms balances compassion with fairness, remaining both customer-focused and results-driven in this approach to public service. His personal mantra, which continues to guide his leadership and service, is, "Remember, we work for God." Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming our featured speaker, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mr. Adrian Brooms.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Indeed, a warm welcome. I want to first establish protocol. And so, Ms. Sonia Boyce, Deputy Commissioner of Police Acting, in charge of Administration and Human Resources, Mr. Rodney Archer, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center, Mr. Lawrence Collymore, Deputy Commandant, Regional Police Training Center, Chief Instructor Trevor Griffith, your instructors, members of the media, the police communication team, and you, members of Course 29, Special Constable Course, good evening to you. I will take the approach, a different approach than the Commandant. The Commandant says he speaks from his heart. I do as well. But I will do a hybrid. I will read from a scripted document, but at some time I will also speak from my heart. And to let you know that even as I entered the room and saw persons who I had the privilege to interact with, that really my heart is indicating a good matter. But I want to start with a quotation from none other than the great Nelson Mandela. To all of you graduates, Nelson Mandela said, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and how many times I got back up again." And so today, as you celebrate this successful completion of your Special Constable Training 29, I remark at the significance, the 29 of the 29. Maybe something to that. But this occasion acknowledges the renewal of our collective commitment to public service. That word again, public service. Not only public service though, but also personal integrity and national security. I took a detailed look at your course of training, your training regimen, and it indicated to me that over the duration of your training, that indeed your endurance has been tested, your discipline sharpened, and hopefully the end result of all of that training will be a deepening of your understanding of what it means to wear that uniform, the uniform of the Barbados Police Service. I welcome you into the ranks of this noble institution. I welcome you into the commitment of a higher calling to serve. Can I tell you that since 1835, this noble institution, formerly called the Barbados Police Force, the Royal Barbados Police Force, and now called the Barbados Police Service, has kept noble history of what it means to serve. Our history has been grounded and forged through heroic, selfless exploit of police officers, many who have gone on, but some who are still here, who have fearlessly championed the cause of this land that they love and to keep Barbados safe. I therefore implore you to consider that your calling and indeed your acceptance to that calling, it now gives you the most basic level in which the society which you have served has reposed some trust in you. Whenever a society is looking for guardians of their faith, looking for guardians who will make sure they are safe, they look for the strongest. They look for those of high integrity. They look for those in which they can feel safe at night to sleep. And you have been called into that guardianship. You are expected now to stand in the gap for the underprivileged. They will be the underprivileged. You are expected to stand in the gap and to be the arm of the weak, the vulnerable, and the exploited. You are expected to stand in the gap to be that clear, unwavering voice for the voiceless, and yes, to be your brothers and sisters' keepers. The training regime has been intentional, focused, and over those 9 weeks, it has seen you risen from early dawn to do your physical training. You've been tested in the art of self-defense. You've been tested in being able to handle the precisions of firearms. You study communication, observation, and perception. And you have discovered, I hope, that policing is not merely a profession. It is a vocation rooted in trust, empathy, and accountability. I expect you now to hit the ground running. I expect that you ensure that you yourself are fit and properly trained to help with this work. This work is a great work, but it is a noble work. According to your Deputy Commandant, you have now been provided with the essentials to chart your path along the course to becoming accomplished law enforcement officers. I caution you, though, that the journey has just begun. And why do I say this? Policing in Barbados today is at a critical intersection. Look around. Our communities are evolving. There is the dwindling extended family structure to a more nuclear family structure approach. Our citizens whom we serve are more informed, and they are informed through the use and prevalence of social media platforms. And what about the agentic artificial intelligence streams that are brought to bear? You, being the modern police officer, must therefore be more than an enforcer of the law. You must be a guardian of this legacy. You must be emotionally intelligent enough to read the policing landscape, to understand the situation that present themselves, and to appropriately respond in kind. Look around globally. Across the landscapes of United Kingdom and Europe, United States, they have shifted away from being ones to be seen as policing by force to policing by consent. We took that step a few years back. And so you will always hear reverberated that word of service to country, service to mankind. Across the global policing landscape, all police forces face similar challenges. These are challenges like recruitment and retention of officers, violent crime and community safety, officer wellness and burnout. And at this juncture, it would behoove you and I ask you to also, in taking care of people, you take care of yourself. Let it not be said that you go to assist a person who is bleeding, metaphorically, and you yourselves are bleeding upon those who you go to help. And then there are challenges of training and accountability. And what about technology and cybercrime? Even within the UK, this year alone, the police services of United Kingdom, England, and Wales are now introducing something called a white paper on police reform. That white paper seeks to move the 44 police services from 44 disjointed to one local police, national police service. But at the end of it all, they are faced with the same issues that we are faced with. To ensure that our policing context within this space remains relevant, relatable, and enduring. And so we have taken on the mantra and the role to have neighborhood policing at the heartbeat of our transformation. As we look at the global landscape, it is not surprising to see that within the UK itself, again, I refer to the UK, His Majesty's Inspectorate and Constabulary and Fire and Rescue Service, they have identified that community engagement as one of the founding pillars in which they will police. We must do the same. Neighborhood policing reminds us that effective policing does not begin in the station. It happens on the streets. It happens in the conversation we have with residents, the relationships which we build, the partnership in which we build in schools, churches, youth groups, etc. And it is through these relationships that we strengthen citizen security, ensuring that every Barbadian feels safe, respected, and heard. But the reality is we also operate within a global security environment where threats transcends borders, from cybercrime to human trafficking to transnational organized crime. And as Barbados being a member of the Interpol Accredited Services of Police Service, we are part of a global network to ensure integrity, cooperation, and justice. And so I say to you that your training here at the Regional Police Training Center has prepared you to contribute meaningfully to that network, to uphold Barbados' reputation as a nation committed to peace, stability, and the rule of law. But at the heart of all that we do, there is the ethos of police legitimacy. That is the belief that our authority is exercised fairly and that our actions are guided by ethics and that our service is delivered with respect. I caution you that every interaction you have with a citizen, it either strengthens or weakens our legitimacy. Your professionalism, your courtesy, your compassion will determine how the public perceive our badge numbers, how they perceive the stripes. Remember that legitimacy is not granted by law, it is earned. I refer to a quote by Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou, she was a US poet and a civil rights activist. And she said, I quote, "I have learned that people will forget what you said, but they will never forget. They may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." If you conduct yourselves well, treat the public with dignity and respect, and execute your duty fairly, maybe one day in your leg of this relay, it is a relay, someone will come up to you, as they have done to myself, I'm sure countless others in this room, and they may say, "Officer, you do not remember me, but I remember you. Officer, you saved my life. The action you took caused me to look in another direction." Remember, that affirmation goes much further than any poster, any advertisement can. And so, graduates, as I said before, you now join a proud tradition which began in 1835. It evolved through the Royal Barbados Police Service force and now to the Barbados Police Service. You are part of a legacy built on courage, discipline, community, and partnership. I urge you to carry forward the lessons that you have learned here. The life lessons, the laughs, sometimes the heartbreak. I encourage you to consolidate your learning when you reach on the front lines of policing, and let your service reflect the highest ideals of this institution. Run your race well. Be true to the oath of office which you have taken. And as you step into your new roles, remember that it is not about power. It is about purpose. It is about protecting the vulnerable, resolving conflict, and building bridges of trust. It is about ensuring that Barbados remains a safe environment for all to live and work in. And so, in closing, I encourage you to be ambassadors of integrity, guardians of peace. May your journey be guided by wisdom, strengthened by courage, and inspired by the principle that service, that word again, service of others is the highest form of charity. And we can exchange that word, love. One great man said, "Greater love have no man than this, than a man who lays down his life for his friends." Can I tell you that there are some who will see you as friends, but many will see you as antagonists, as looking to offset their game. But through it all, whether they see you as friend or as an antagonist, let all see you as faithful stewards of your calling to policing. I thank you.
Thank you, Assistant Commissioner Broom, for those thought-provoking, knowledgeable, and insightful words. I hope that the graduates here today take some part, if not all, of what you've said today through their policing career. At this time, we will have the presentation of certificates. I would like to invite Commandant Archer to step forward. Special Constable 533, Rico Skeet. Special Constable 534, Gabriel Brathwaite. Special Constable 535, Heather Ashton. Special Constable 536, Shane Topping. Special Constable 537, Nicholas Stout. Special Constable 538, Javon Farley. Special Constable 539, Cleon Culley. Special Constable 540, Samantha Jones. Special Constable 541, Angus Harry. Thank you, Commandant Archer. I would now invite Assistant Commissioner Broom to make the next. Special Constable 542, Tashana Miller. Special Constable 543, Shamar Wilkinson. Special Constable 544, Gerard Cummings. Special Constable 545, Romario Gooding Ford. Special Constable 546, Shakera Howard. Special Constable 547, Mario Boyce. Special Constable 548, Sharika Lowe. Special Constable 549, the Barry Cave. Special Constable 550, Michaela Gittins. Thank you, Mr. Broom. I will now invite Deputy Commissioner Acting Sonia Boyce. Special Constable 551, Sharondi Adridge. Special Constable 552, Davion Brown. Special Constable 553, Takai Searles. Special Constable 554, Isaiah Davis. Special Constable 555, Rashawn Walker. Special Constable 556, Thierra Kalman. Special Constable 557, Reginald Lovell. Special Constable 558, Azari Haynes. Special Constable 559, Jacoby Davis. Special Constable 560, Nicoy Myrie. Special Constable 561, Kimani Bailey. Thank you, Deputy Commissioner Boyce. We have some special awards, and I'd like to invite the Commandant to return to present the first one, and it will be Best Pistol Shot. I guess by now y'all should know who Best Pistol Shot is. Special Constable 544, Gerard Cummings. With a shot of 29 out of 30 and handing back in 1 round. Thank you, Commandant Archer. I'd now like to invite Assistant Commissioner Broom. Best at Physical Training, Female. Special Constable 560, Nicoy Myrie. Best at Physical Training, Male. Special Constable 539, Cleon Culley. Thank you, Mr. Broom. I now invite Deputy Commissioner Boyce to return, and we will do the award for the best overall student. Now, this award was not an easy one. There was a battle between 2 students, but coming out victorious, this award goes to Special Constable 541, Angus Howard. Thank you, Deputy Commissioner Boyce. Mr. Harry, don't go too far. At this time, we're going to ask that the vote of thanks, which will be done by Special Constable 541 Harry.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Holloway. Ms. Sonia Boyce, Deputy Commissioner of Police, acting in charge of Administration and Human Resource, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Adrian Brooms, Assistant Commissioner of Police, acting in charge of Territorial Divisions, the Barbados Police Service. Mr. Rodney Archer, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. Mr. Lawrence Collymore, Deputy Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. And Mr. Trevor Griffith, Chief Instructor of the Regional Police Training Center. Other instructors, felicitators, specially invited guests, my course participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As you heard before, I am Special Constable 541 Harry of the Barbados Police Service, here to do the vote of thanks on behalf of Special Constable Course 29. As we bring these proceedings to a close, I deem it a great privilege to have been given the opportunity to offer the vote of thanks again, on behalf of Special Constable Course 29. Firstly, we want to say thanks to Almighty God for His strength in preserving us for the past 8 weeks. We also want to be grateful and give thanks to the Commissioner of Police, Director of Training, Mr. Richard Boyce, for giving us the opportunity to attend this course and to be a part of this noble organization. To the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Ms. Sonia Boyce, for her presence here and on Sunday, admin, and for assisting with the presentations and certificates and the awards. To our featured speaker, Mr. Adrian Brooms, Assistant Commissioner of Police, thank you very much, sir, for your stimulating and thought-provoking address. We are grateful for your words of encouragement, and I'm certain it's something, everything that was said would stick with us through our endeavors as Special Constables. Thanks to the Deputy Commandant for all the behind-the-scenes activity and the hard work which we know was undertaken during what would have been a very trying moment for you. Thank you for your continuous encouragement and for your guidance as we transition from civilian life into the disciplined environment of policing. For most of us, that transition was not always smooth, but your words of motivation along with those of the instructors helped to shape within us the mindset, resilience necessary to accomplish the task ahead. Special thanks to the Chief Instructor, Mr. Trevor Griffith, he's not here today, but still, for coordinating the training program and directional input in the selection of specific subject areas and topics which were included on the timetable. We are grateful for his composed yet formidable demeanor and for his constant reminding to us that there is much to be achieved and no limitation in regards to our rank. To the Commandant, Mr. Rodney Archer, we would like to sincerely thank you for your invaluable knowledge, your rich understanding of the police history, and for your informative lectures you delivered throughout our training. Your teachings certainly did not fall on deaf ears, and will undoubtedly serve as a guiding asset as we practice the lessons imparted through your wisdom and experience. To all the RPTC instructors, Mr. Eiffel, our quartermaster, Mr. Harvey, Mr. Whitehall, Mr. Sobers, Mr. King, and Mr. Maskell, we express sincere thanks and appreciation to you all for imparting the knowledge and skills which we will be called upon to access and utilize in our future policing endeavors. We also want to acknowledge and thank those visiting lecturers who supplemented our quest for knowledge and enhanced our practical skills. Now for our special thanks. To Station Sergeant Harvey, thank you for your cheese and bread, down-to-earth, practical, straightforward approach to instructions. For those who know Mr. Harvey, every time, he is emphasizing on a point. He's cheese and bread man. So yes, we like we very much grasp his expression, and we take into consideration everything that he would have taught us throughout the course. To Station Sergeant Cadogan, we express our sincere gratitude for your extensive and in-depth knowledge in firearm training. Without a doubt, every member of course number 29 can attest to your unwavering dedication in ensuring that we attain a standard worthy of the people of Barbados in the protection of life and property. And for that, we sincerely thank you, sir. To Station Sergeant Farley, undoubtedly one of Barbados Police Service finest medics and instructors, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your expertise, dedication, and the enjoyable sessions you shared with us throughout our training. Your professionalism and passion for what you do has left a lasting impression on every member of Course 29. To our Sergeant Holloway, we sincerely thank you for always being there to guide us from the very beginning of our journey. Your words of wisdom, along with your unique yet highly professional perspective, provided us with invaluable insight into not only how to effectively work with the system, but also how we can contribute towards improving it. Your approach encouraged us to think critically, remain tactful, and carry out our duties with both efficiency and professionalism. The lessons you shared will undoubtedly remain with us as we continue our careers within the Barbados Police Service. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Station Sergeant Whitehall for sharing his immense knowledge and wealth of knowledge, in all things relating to traffic and road policing. His slogan, "Work with me and I will work with you," truly reflects the cooperative and community-oriented approach he continuously encourages throughout his sessions. We are genuinely thankful for your dedication, patience, commitment, and your motivation towards shaping us into being prospective better police officers. Special thanks to the kitchen staff for the meals, the auxiliary staff, cleaners, messengers, drivers, general workers who ensured the facility was clean and safe for the duration of the course. To the media, thank you for being here to highlight our efforts and achievements here today. And lastly, my fellow course members, I extend sincere congratulations and gratitude for accomplishing the objective that was set before us. In such a short space of time, we developed strong bonds, camaraderie, and a spirit of unity that made this journey both memorable and rewarding. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harry. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our evening. A reminder to you, the graduates. This journey was not always an easy one. Some of you reconsidered your choices numerous times, but you stuck it out and you made it to the end. Always remember, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. The strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Public service must be more than just a job. It must be a dedication, a responsibility, and deep commitment. This is not the end of your journey, but only the beginning of a rewarding career. Keep your eyes on the prize, execute your duties with pride and fairness. Always aim for excellence, and keep rising within the ranks of this organization. Congratulations to all of you, and good evening.